Have you ever wanted to start your own podcast but didn't know where to start? Well, Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor is your one-stop shop for podcasting. They have tools that you can edit, add music, all right from your phone or your computer. They'll even distribute your podcast so that it can be heard everywhere like Spotify, Apple, and even on Google. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Good morning, everybody. This is Morning Coffee.
It's time to pour it, stir it up, and serve it up. This is the Morning Coffee Podcast Show, your unofficial wake-up call. Here to help you live your best life and revolutionize your relationships, faith, inspiration, and love. Start your day the right way with Morning Coffee. Here's your host, Tanisha R. Atkins.
Good morning. You are tuned in to the Morning Coffee Live Show. I'm the host, Tanisha R. Atkins, back with another great episode for you this morning. Now, you know that Morning Coffee is your unofficial wake-up call on a mission to provoke you to change and spiritual growth so that you can live your best life and revolutionize your relationships. That is our goal. That is our mission. That's what we aim and aspire to do. It's to really help you to see the bigger picture. It's just a good way to live your life. When you get to the point where you can, not everything bothers you, that's really how you live your best life. It's so much people, so many things that we can be up against. Life already comes with its challenges, and then we have to deal with people with their different personalities and different viewpoints, and sometimes those things can get frustrating. So we have to learn how to work on ourselves and learn how to not just be like a ticking time bomb every time something in life doesn't go our way. And just to give you an example of that, my day today and my day yesterday didn't go anything like I planned. I know many of you were looking for us on the air yesterday. I did not get a chance to sit down and do morning coffee because there were some things that was going on with my family that I needed to tend to. My mom, I needed to tend to her. And so sometimes when you have things all planned out, sometimes it can be frustrating, but I'm learning to embrace things as they come, because what I learned is that if you blow up every time something goes wrong, you lose control of the situation. And once you lose control of the situation, it's like you can't think straight. You don't even know how to begin to collect your thoughts. Let's know how to maneuver through the situation. So as a good rule of thumb, it's just good sometimes to stop, take a deep breath and say, okay, this was not on my schedule. At the end of the day, I know that I have good followers and they understand. I couldn't do morning coffee yesterday. It's not the end of the world. I don't like to disappoint my listeners like that, but at the end of the day, my family has to be taken care of, and that's just what it is. So we have to just learn how to not fall apart like that. Keep those emotions together, and trust me, I'm getting better at that. It's still a process, because sometimes we work really hard on putting things in place to go a specific way, only to have something or the same something to keep throwing us off. Well, in that instance, you may have to stop and assess your situation and say, okay, this keeps coming up. I need to make a change here. Okay. So just a little nugget about that. So about that, because, I want you to live your best life, and you can't do that flying all off the handle every time something goes wrong. So anyway, let's get into today's show. So this season, we've been talking all about we're all in this together. And that's pertaining to your family, your friends, your children, your co-workers, anybody and anywhere that you are a team. And so today, I want to talk to you about your friends. I want to talk to you about walking as one with your friends, because, that's important. The Bible says this: how can two walk together unless they agree? And a lot of times we don't think about that with friendships. And I'm not saying that you have to be friends with only people that agree with you, right? But what I am saying is that you have to be mindful of the type of friends that you have. The type of friends that you have matter. You want to be, there's a rule of thumb in success that they say you'll most likely be like the 5 people that you hang around. And most of us, even though we hang around our families, we also hang around our friends sometimes. So you want to make sure that you're hanging around quality friends, that y'all should have some similar goals. Like, your friend, if you want to be successful, then you should be hanging around people that have the same desire. Y'all don't have to want to be successful in the same field, but you definitely want to make sure that you are around like-minded people who are goal-driven and focused and things like that. Because, again, you're talking about when you spend time with people like that, a lot of times you tend to adapt to their mindset if you're not a strong person. Most of us, until we gain some confidence, we'll get around people and start to do things their way. And that's okay if you're around the right people. But the wrong people, the wrong friends could cause more friction in your home, more friction on your job if they are planting seeds of disorderly conduct in your mind. Like if you tell them about something that happened at home, maybe you and your spouse had a situation, and they're telling you, you need to pack your bags and leave that spouse and show them who runs the house and, all this manipulation and stuff like that. Well, that's not really good for your house. That's not good. How is that helping you to bring unity in your home? So you have to watch like the advice and stuff that you're getting. So when you say we're all in this together, even your friends, that's all I'm saying. Like, we're all in this, meaning all of my friends desire to have championship families, or all of my friends desire to have a certain level of success or a certain level of goals or whatever. If not, you shouldn't want to be all in it together with people who are unproductive, who are not aspiring to do anything with their life, unless you're hanging with unless you're retired and you're hanging with people that are retired and y'all are looking for the next vacation spot that y'all are about to go to. The point I'm trying to make is that you can't get an agreement with everybody, even friends, like that when it's wrong. That's basically what I'm saying. It's just important to have good friends. We need good friends. The Bible says that a friend stick closer than a brother. So good friends are definitely an asset, but you definitely have to watch out for those friends. Some friends are really, I'm going to be honest with you, some people that we think are our friends are really just trying to sabotage us, because sometimes people are jealous of you. And sometimes you may not even know it because you're so caught up in well, that's my friend, that's my friend. And sometimes you just have to be really mindful and prayerful about the type of people that you're hanging around. You don't want to go around and say, me and my squad. That's a thing that people say in a place of friendship nowadays. They say, me and my squad, or me and my crew, or me and my clique, me and my clique. That's saying that when I'm with when I am with this group of people, this is the type of mindset that we have over here. So you have to be mindful of who you're associating with, because who you're associating with, people will begin to label you like that. And I'm going to tell you this example, and then I'm going to let y'all go enjoy your beautiful day. But I remember when I was working at a particular place, and I got on the job with a friend of mine, and people would always tell me that I was different when I was hanging around this person, and that when I was by myself, they saw a lot of maturity in me. And, and I was like, no, my friend is not like that. You guys, y'all are just looking too much into it. But what they were trying to tell me is that who you're hanging around is reflecting negatively on you because of the reputation that person carries, because of the behavior that person carries, because of the way that person carries themselves, and it's reflected on me. And I refused to believe that for a while. But then I thought about my grandmother and how she always told me, you become a product of your environment. That's something that I will never, ever, ever forget that she always told me. And I think I may have shared this on the show before, when she used to tell me that. I'm like, what do you mean a product? Like, a product is something that you buy in a store, like, what is she talking about? But after I got older, and especially after she passed away, just thinking about all the things that I learned from her, what she was trying to say is that you become known for who you hang around. That's what she was trying to tell me. Like, you will carry upon the characteristics and sometimes the thoughts and the opinions of the people that you hang around. You become a product of that environment, whatever that environment is. And so now, after just really understanding what she meant by that, like, I'm very cautious now of who I'm around. What are your morals? What are your values? Maybe you're a person that you live life recklessly and you don't care about life. I can't hang around you because life means a lot to me. I'm a purpose-driven person, and I make it my business to try to network and fellowship and talk to people that are purpose-driven, because we can iron sharpens iron, like the word says. So just be mindful of your friends. And don't just call everybody your friend. Just because somebody does something nice for you, that does not mean they are your friend. That means that they have done a friendly gesture. And that is another thing that I had to learn growing up, was that sometimes we think, oh, that's my friend, they went to the ends of the earth for me and they did this and this, but at the same time you turn around and also kind of stab me in my back. So it lets me know sometimes people can do friendly things, but if the Bible says a friend sticks closer than a brother, then you should still be close to me and not have a knife in my back. So just be mindful of your friends, making sure that your friends are elevating you and not trying to keep you down on the mediocre level. I think that's the best way to say it. Well, that's all I have for you today. Just, we're all in this together, and that's a mindset that when you adapt to that, you can do the unimaginable. You can do some amazing things when you walk together as one. So for the next couple of weeks, I'm just going to be talking to you more and more about the importance of unity and trying to give you some tips on how to get the dysfunction out of your home and some things that you can do to start turning your family life around. We'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about how the importance of prayer in your family. And I'll tell you all about how me and my family used to pray together when we were growing up, and all about those prayers and how those prayers are still carrying us over to this day. So until then, I'll meet y'all back here tomorrow. Y'all have an awesome day, and don't stress about life, whatever is going on. If something is bothering you, I just want to encourage you to just cast that thing over on God. Remember, God is always in our corner, and He loves us unconditionally. And if something is bothering you, you can talk to Him about it. You can ask Him for wisdom on what to do. You can ask Him for the right connection. You can ask Him for the right people to come that you need to help. You can ask Him for whatever you need, and just make that a habit of praying about it before you start freaking out and saying, oh, I don't have money. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, this. Make it a habit to say, you know what, God, this did not catch you by surprise. So I'm going to stop and I'm going to pray about this, and I'm going to wait for you to work it out. All right. So y'all have a great, amazing day, and we'll be back tomorrow at the same time. Y'all have a great day.
Every day I wake up with purpose, starting my day with faith and inspiration. Wouldn't have it no other way. Live, laugh, love. Let's make the world better. Give somebody a hug. Let's bring the world back together. With morning coffee, let's have morning coffee. Morning coffee. Start your day with faith, inspiration, and love. Start your day with faith, inspiration, and love.